Hello and welcome to my channel on the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's been on the hook. On the hook, a wonderful new afghan. As you can see from my thumbnail that you clicked on to watch this video, I'm going to talk about Sophie's Universe. Now, a lot of YouTubers have made this afghan. It's been out for 9 years, and there are a lot of people that have done it and have done lots of videos on it. You can go out there and take a look. I know Llama Mama Kayla had several videos, and I watched the first one and I thought, I've got to have that. I also saw it on Juan the Yarn Addict's YouTube video, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3. And he's going to also do one as well. So be sure to watch that when it comes out. I'm not going to go step by step. I'm not going to do tutorials because they're not really allowed. There's a set of tutorials out on the web, and the YouTube channel is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's in the book. And you can go and get the book if you want to. The book is quite wonderful. I ordered this when I saw it on Juan the Yarn Addict's video, and I used his link to buy it. So Juan, you're welcome. I did that, and I'll put a link to it down in the description box if you are interested in buying this book. It's about $15.99, I believe, on Amazon. And it's well worth every single penny. It came out 9 years ago for $20, and I think Annie still carries it. I don't know how much it is there. I bought it on Amazon because I buy a lot of things on Amazon. And if you buy it on Amazon and use my link, I'm an affiliate and I will make a tiny little commission on that, but you don't have to pay any more for it. So I'd love for you to use my link if you want to. And if you're going to look at my videos about it, you might want to have the book. I don't know. This is not for extreme beginners. It is for the first round in the mandala, the round part, and I'll show you that in a second, is for beginners. I believe a beginner could do it, and there are also video tutorials out there that'll help you along. I like the book. I like written instructions. I always have, and they're very, very well done in this book. So this is what the book looks like. It says Sophie's Universe. It's a crochet along that they did a long time ago. The designer is Dedri Uys. I believe it's pronounced Dedri Uys, and she's very talented. Put this book together. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the photographs in here. And I use the photographs extensively when as far as I've made the afghan. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that on there. And actually, I've gotten quite a bit farther along than the last photograph on Instagram. But this is a book with all the pictures you'll ever need to do this actual afghan. And I went along and on each page, when I was doing a big round on the mandala, I wrote down all the instructions on how to do them, and each round I wrote down my instructions because I wouldn't have to read through all of her intricate instructions, which I needed the first time around, but not on the second, third, and fourth time that I did it around the edge. You know, so you have like 20 stitches, and there's certain things you do with those 20 stitches, and I wrote all that down so I could repeat it over and over, and I wouldn't have to go back to the book. But the book, as I said, is quite beautiful. Look at the photographs in here. Let me turn it this way. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The paper is very substantial. It's not a cheap book by any stretch. And I went to Staples and I had mine coil bound. Not everyone will do this. Office Depot in some areas will do it. Staples will do it in some areas. But this allows me to open the book, and I can even fold it back like that. I can open the book and it will lay flat. Otherwise, it was bouncing up and around. I just couldn't use it, and I wanted to use every page. So I went to the Staples in my area, and I had it coil bound, and there it is up close. This is a way to, they cut the bind off the end. So they cut off about maybe 2/3 of an inch, and they slice that off, and then they punch holes in it and put the coil binding in there, and it is well worth it. It costs $6 to have it coil bound. I thought that was a bargain because it's made the book much more usable for me. I'm better able to use the book. It's also got notes in the back like my patterns do. I thought that was kind of neat. It was already done. And the color choices that they use, there's one here. This is what it was originally done in. These kind of pastel, real pretty colors. I did like that. And Shepherds which is a yarn company, a sponsored Sophie's Universe. Shepis puts out all of the colorways. Well, the one colorway that I saw, I found it as a kit on eBay, I believe, and it may be gone by now, but it was $344. And, you know, in my world, that's just too much for an Afghan. I don't really want to spend that much. I know some of Annie's Afghans are that much, but they provide all the yarn, they provide all the instructions, they provide everything within that price. And this one, I had to buy the book, and then I'll use the videos probably if I need them later on. I haven't needed them yet. And I went out and got my own yarn, and I'll show you where I got that from, Hirschner's. And my colorways are pastel as well. I added a couple from my stash in here, but these are the colors that I'm using. Let me bounce back right here so you can see those. These are absolutely gorgeous heathers that I got from Hirschner's. They're all the different colors in there. And as you can see, I have a couple of super savers in here. There's white. This is like a cream color. Aran, I believe it is. And then this purple color. And I got those out of my stash. I had them sitting around, so I thought, well, I'm going to use those as well because the original pattern had some light color white. They call it Moonstone in Shepis yarn, but I use the super saver, which is a lot less expensive, and you get a lot more yarn for your buck. But anyway, these are the colors that I've used in my Sophies, and right in here there's a dark orange that I had several balls of, and I stuck that in there for a little bit of an offset to this color. Very beautiful colors, and these are sold in groups of 8. There are 8 Hirschner's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I added my own in with that. But the 8 colors are called Hirschner's 8. And you can buy them for $36.99. And I thought, what a bargain. And each one of these has a lot of yardage on it. It's huge. It's got 489 yards on the ball. Look at that. And it's gorgeous besides. I really love this. When it came in the mail, I was so excited because it was much more beautiful than it was online on Hirschner's. And if you don't know how to spell that, there it is. If you've never been to Hirschner's website, it's quite wonderful. They have a lot of great yarns on there, and they have their own brand, of course. This is their own brand of heather, and it reminds me of stonewash. It reminds me of stonewash, the way it's the colors blend into each other. It's quite beautiful, and it's a fat worsted, so it takes up a lot of room. It's not a DK or a size 2. It is a large worsted. But I do love the colorways. They're just gorgeous. And they're listed as Hirschner's 8 heathers. If you're looking for those, I'll put a link. I guess I could put a link down in the description box to that specific point if you're looking for these heather colors. Here's another one that's one of my favorites, the green color. And this is called Fossil, and it's just beautiful. Look at that. And I love green, but I didn't want any dark green in this particular Afghan. I wanted it to be light green, so I found this Hirschner's 8, and I just absolutely think it's perfect for Sophie's Universe. It's absolutely perfect. And you could add 2 or 3 colors to it and have the whole gamut of colors and enough to make the Afghan and not have to spend a lot of money, because you're buying the book, which is $16 if you want to buy the book. And it's, you know, very well written. I've already been through the whole thing. I'm about halfway through the Afghan. So I've made the mandala, the round part, and I want to get back here and let you see how this looks. This is my version of Sophie's Universe, and it's quite lovely. I've used my Super Saver in there. The white is Super Saver, and the purple is Super Saver as well. The rest are the Hirschner's heather colors, and they blend really beautifully. Get that up there where you can see it. And as you can see, there's a lot of this action. This is, you know, reaching down and going underneath things, you know, reaching down 2 or 3 rows and grabbing something there. But, you know, the instructions are very good. And in the book, the pictures are so clear that it's easy to follow. It really is. And in the front of the book, she describes all of the stitches that you'll be using, including clusters and popcorns and things like that. Very easy to follow, lots of pictures again, so it's very easy to follow. Isn't that gorgeous? And you know what? As I came to each round, I just thought, I think I want some blue right here. I did not have a plan. There was no plan at all. My plan was just to get the colors, and then I started working them. I wanted to make the flower purple, so there it is in purple. And then I added a little purple right in here. But that's all I've used so far, and I'll probably go back to purple up here somewhere. But right now, I'm putting the corners on. So I've made the circle, as you can see. There's a big circle that you make. And then these are the corners. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get that up there where you can see it. That's one of the corners. And then the next round, I will be adding to that and making this more even across here. Here we're using half doubles, doubles, and singles across the top so that it'll be shaped right. So I take her word for it. It's going to be perfect. But I just really love this. And of course, Mr. On the Hook loves it too. This is not exactly the colors in my living room, but it's so beautiful. It's just really beautiful to look at. I'll get that back up there where you can see it. There's that bright orange that I used right there. And I combined it with this orange for the flowers right in here in the middle. So I thought that was a good choice for me, and if it hadn't been, I just kept going because there are lots of rounds here, and you can actually do a different color on each round, and it would be beautiful as well. Mostly I did that. I did use it on a couple of rounds here and there. The blue and the orange were 2 or 3 more rounds without changing color, but in the book, she describes if you're changing color, this is how you do it. And if you're not changing color, this is how you do it. So it's very, very clear. You don't have to wonder what she's talking about. She's very, very clear in her instructions. So again, that's Sophie's Universe. I'll put a link down in the description box if you're interested in looking at the book. I tried to show you a little bit about it. There is a picture of, I believe that's the designer in the middle right there. I think that's her right there. I'm not really sure. And that's her first Sophie's Universe Afghan. This is the yarn, the Sheppa's yarn that she used, and it's very similar to the Hirschner's Heather 8. And it's almost a dead ringer for it. And all you do is add a couple of colors to it, and you've got it made. So 2 of your favorite colors you can add to that and have all the colors you need to make Sophie's Universe. So it takes about 4,200 yards to make the entire Afghan. And I might get tired of it, or I might get it too big, and I don't want to do the last round or 2. And that's up to me, of course. Now, I did make the initial circle, which is just the flower in the very middle. And I measured it, and it was not to grade. It was not to gauge. It was supposed to be 7 inches, and mine was 8 inches. So I knew that my Sophie's Universe was going to be much larger when I finished it than what was described in the book. But who cares? You don't care. You just can't care. Gauge is not important here. Just the finished size of the Afghan. And that's up to you. When you stop crocheting it, then you'll know it's the right size for you. I'm using an I hook. She recommended an H or an I, and I used the I hook to make it a little bit bigger. So the stitches are pretty big, but you know what? It's easier to crochet the first time around. If I do this again, I might drop back. I might use a DK yarn. I might do something different. But I really love the way this turned out. I just think it's beautiful. And I encourage you to try it. It's not difficult. Now, I'm getting into a little bit of a more of a difficult round right in here, and I'll show it to you. This is a round of crab stitch that you do at the top of that. And see that yellow right there? Those are back post stitches around the back. You can see them right here. These are back post stitches, and you can find them right there, which I didn't realize for a long time. If you flip up the crab stitches, you can see the back post in yellow right there. And it goes around each of the stitches that are single crochet. So they're a little bit harder to find, but once you get the hang of it, it's not hard at all. So I've not really had a hard time with it. And you have to count your stitches. I don't love that, but I've been able to count my stitches, and it's worked out perfectly. I have the right number of stitches. I count them about every 4th or 5th row. And if you're moving along, it says do 9 of these, 10 of these, 12 of these. And if you do all that and you end up where she says you should, then you're on track. So you don't have to count every single time. But I was doing some stitch marker placing on that last round that I did, because there were 9 of these, 10 of these, 12 of these. And every time I started a new section, I would put a tiny little stitch marker, and that way I kind of knew it would make it easier for me to count. But when I did, they were all right. So that's my take on Sophie's Universe. Juan, I hope you have a success with it. It is not the easiest thing that I've tried to do, but it is not difficult if you follow the directions. And there are, like I said, there are video tutorials on the web that were sanctioned by Dedri Uys, and so they're accurate. And I did watch one. It was very, very good. So if you want to use the videos, you can. I think there are videos for every round. She addresses every single round on the Afghan. So if you really want to make it, you can use the video tutorials. You can buy the book, which I suggest that you do, so that you have a record of what you've done. And it's worth every penny. I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. And of course I got the coil binding, so it made it a little bit easier to work with. It's very heavy. It weighs about 2 or 3 pounds. It's very heavy. But again, the pages are very stout. And the photography is absolutely gorgeous. I just really love it. So that's my project. I'll be showing my progress on every video. Hopefully I'll be making some progress on every video. But I have a lot of whips in progress, and so I'll be working on all of my whips as well. But that'll be a fun project for me to do. This week I went to my post box and had a couple of thank you notes. And thank you so much to Sally, and the other person didn't want me to mention them, but there's their card. But thank you so much for your thank you messages. I appreciate that. I'm just thrilled to send those gifts out. I think it's so much fun. And at the end of the video, we'll be giving away some more gifts today too. And then we'll introduce some gifts for next time. So be sure to wait for that. I always do this at the end of the video, so it's more exciting at the end of the video. And if you don't want to watch that, or if you didn't sign up for it, you can just not watch it. So today I'm wearing the Busy Bee top, and if those of you who've been with me for a long time will recognize this. One of the first blouses that I ever made, and I just absolutely love it. I made it with Cotton Fair. This is Cotton Fair right here. It's made by Premier. I don't know if they have this colorway anymore. I really don't, but I think it was called a Busy Bee. I'm not really sure. It's yellow and black and white, so you can look on there and see if they're still making it. I also used Cotton Fair like this to make my America tank in the red, white, and blue. I don't know if they have that either. You'll just have to go out on Premier and check their Cotton Fair section and see if they have anything fun that you can make your Busy Bee top with. Now, Crystal is modeling my other Busy Bee top that I made out of Cotton Fair. It's a different colorway. So summery. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just really loved that. And I made it with a J hook. I made it very drapey. It's a very drapey version of the Busy Bee top. And I think I did one more row here, and that's all. The only difference I made. I did make the sleeves a little shorter on this one than I did on this one. I'm going to stand up and let you see this one. As you can see, this is a mid-hip top for summer. It has splits on the side, just about 2 inches is all, but it gives it a little bit more motion. It's very drapey, made from the Cotton Fair. That's a number 2 yarn. It's a cotton, all cotton yarn, number 2, and it crochets up very quickly, especially if you use a larger hook like I did, a J hook. I'm sure that the hook that's recommended on there is much smaller, but sometimes I like to make my blouses with a larger hook so that they're more drapey. Here's what the back looks like. It's just a regular neckline. It's a little bit lower than some of my fall and winter sweaters because it's summertime. It's for summertime wear. And the sleeves on this are elbow sleeves. The sleeves on the second one I made were much shorter. See, these are much shorter on Crystal, but I wanted them to look a little bit different, so I wanted to show you the drape in that. Look at that. See how it flows? And that is a function of mostly of the size hook that I use. I used actually 3 sizes on the Busy Bee pattern. So if you get that, you'll know that you need to use 3 different sizes to make it hang right, to make it look right. So that's what I did for the Busy Bee top. But that's been a couple years ago, and I put it on this morning. I thought, you know what, I think I'm just going to wear that on my channel. I don't have a brand new pattern to introduce today. I've been introducing new patterns for the last 3 videos, maybe 4, and I had to take a little bit of a break and get some other things made up. So, and I've been working on Sophie's Universe too. So I just wanted to show you this. This is the back. It has about 6 inches of ease in it around the bottom and elbow sleeve, so really like this one. This is what the pattern looks like on my website. I'm wearing this on my Etsy shop. I'm wearing this in the picture as well, and look how much younger I look there. That's been a few years ago, probably more than 2, maybe more like 4 years ago. So this is such a comfortable top too. It's very, very light, and it's also cut away from the neck so you don't get hot in it. So just wanted to show you that. This is the Busy Bee top. As I was moving through my stash the other day, I found 3 hanks of this. This is the colorway Diamond in the Sugared Sport, and this is 70% merino wool, 20% nylon, 10% stellina, which is the oh, I think you can see that. It's the bling in there. There's a little bit of bling in there. You can see it a little bit. I'll move it around so maybe you can see that. It's a little bit sparkly, and I just thought, this is so gorgeous. Why haven't I made anything from this? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make an Agnes sweater, and that is a sleeveless sweater. I might make some cap sleeves. I might even take it down a little farther if I have enough yarn. Now, I have this much left of 1 hank, which is quite a bit actually, and this is what I've done so far. This is the Agnes sweater, and this has a special rib at the bottom. It's a 3x3 rib, and it gives the sweater a nice look, and in a solid color you can really see that. That's really pretty. My original Agnes sweater was a kind of a multicolor, and you couldn't really see the rib, but on this one you can see it quite well. This is probably be the front of the sweater, and I'm just using a double crochet. This is a pretty nice sweater when you get through with it. It's really drapey. This yarn is quite beautiful, and it's squishy and soft. I really like it. I found this in my stash, and I thought, I found 3 hanks of this, and it was from Knit Crate, and I thought, you know, I shouldn't let that sit another summer. I should go ahead and make that up and use it, maybe under a black jacket to church, or maybe just every day out running errands with some jeans. It turns out to be very beautiful, and get it up close where you can see it. It's really pretty. Now today, I'm expecting a shipment from Hobbii. It's supposed to be at my house today, and my cotton and silk yarn will be in there along with a couple of others that I've ordered from them. We're doing a collaboration, and Hobbii has asked me to take this yarn and make something of it, or just open it up, but I'm going to make something from it, and maybe one of these sweaters for summer. And the cotton and silk, yeah, I believe I'll be doing that. So I'm excited. That'll be here. And next video, I will show you what it looks like. This is the Agnes sweater. Not a gorgeous picture of me, but you know, that's what it looks like. And it's sleeveless right here. I may put some sleeves in it. That's what it looks like. And there's the back. As you can see, this yarn had a lot of interest, and it was a little bit busy, but I went ahead and did the rib anyway, 3x3. But you know, you don't really have to do that. If you have a busy yarn, you don't have to do any special stitches. Just like this, it's very, very busy, and I just did a double crochet, and it turned out really nice. So you don't have to do that and be all fancy with it. But that is the whip that I have on the hook this week, and I'll be doing a little bit of traveling later, and I'm going to be taking that sweater. So see if I can finish it up before I start the Hobbii, but I'll probably start the Hobbii anyway. I love new and shiny things, and that's why I have so many whips. Y'all had made a lot of comments about my green cardigan sweater, and it is gorgeous. It's sitting right over there, and I will be working on that soon. But I wanted to finish some of my summer sweaters first, because that's really more of a fall and winter cardigan. It's heavy and it's big, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but it is not really for summer. I guess you could get away with it, but it's not really for summer. So I wanted to show you my progress on my Christmas coverlet. And this will be a pattern that'll be out eventually. It's not very difficult, but I wanted to show you how far I've gotten on this. This is kind of a TV afghan. I've been using this while I watch TV. I'll do a few rows on it. But they're green apple super saver, burgundy super saver, and Aran super saver. This is a super saver afghan, and it's about 50 inches wide, and it'll be about 50, 60, 70 inches long, so that it'll be nice and comfy in the fall and winter, so I can use that at my chair, and Mr. On the Hook will probably be fighting me for it. But he has his own over there, the one that Joe made. I showed that a couple videos ago. We use the heck out of that little afghan. I really enjoy having it. So that's the progress I've made on my Christmas coverlet. My city skirt is still in the works. I haven't done a lot of work on that, so I'm not going to show that today. But that is another whip that I'm actively working on, is my city skirt in the mocha color by Mary Maxim, their best value yarn. Really love that yarn. This afghan, Sophie's Universe, and the green one is in timeout for right now. I'm working on the Knit Crate sweater, and also I'll be working on the Hobie sweater. As soon as I can get it on my hook, I'm going to be working on that. So those are what I have on the hook right now. Now let's take a look at my diamond painting progress. And before I do, I want to tell you about a collaboration that I'm doing. I said that I was going to do it with Paint with Diamonds, but that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm using, I actually had an invitation from another company called Craft Ease. And I've worked with them before, about 4 years ago when I first started my channel. And they provided a beautiful diamond painting, which is 2 giraffes eating leaves off a tree. Really pretty. It's called Meat for Lunch, M-E-E-T, Meat for Lunch. And they've had that on their website for 4 years. It's very, very popular. And I've already done that one. So they asked me to choose 3 more, and I chose 3 more diamond paintings. I think you're going to like them, and I will unbox them on a video coming up soon. And I haven't received them, of course, but that is what I'll be doing in the near future. After I finish St. Andrew, I'll be working on one of the Craft Ease diamond paintings, so stay tuned for that. Now here's my update with St. Andrew, the diamond painting I'm working on right now. This is a very quick look at St. Andrew, the part that I have finished so far. Actually, most of it is rolled up down here, and I didn't want to unroll him because he wouldn't stay on my easel, because he's pushed down so far. I'm trying to do all of this in the upright position instead of turning around the diamond painting. Sometimes I'll do them upside down just so I can get this part onto the easel, and I'll flip the rest of the diamond painting over on the back. But right now I just have him pulled down so that I can get to it. Here's the bottom of the easel right here, and I was right about here last time. I finished this. I finished all of this over here. I hope I did that right. I can't remember. But anyway, last week I wasn't this far. And so I finished all of this, and I'm almost finished with his face. I'm right here on his eye. And I'll be finishing this week. Probably next week I'll finish the entire diamond painting. Hopefully get that done. And I hope you like these little updates that I give you, because it's interesting to watch somebody complete a project when you don't have to do it yourself. You're just watching someone. It's kind of fun. I've really enjoyed doing this diamond painting. It's not been very difficult, but there is a lot of confetti, and these are all different colors in the face. If you'll notice, the blush here is all different colors as well. So the beard and the hair are all mixed in different colors. I'm going to get in very close so you can see all the different colors that the artist used in the different parts of the painting. So all of these are different colors in here. They were almost 1 or 2 at a time, and it took a long time to get that done, but it really looks beautiful. When you step back away from it, it gives the painting such a nice look, a nice dimension. So I hope you like this, and I will be back again next video to tell you how far I've gotten. Now let's talk about giveaways. This giveaway for next week are 4 different ones, and I want to show you real quick what they are if you missed my video last week. But I hope you signed up for them using the keywords that I'll tell you today. It's a little too late to sign up, but this is what we are giving away this week. This is the ice yarn in the blonde color. I had a lot of people that wanted this one. There are 8 skeins of yarn in here. Thank you to little Grandma Kim. She sent me this, and I'm giving this away. Here's what it looks like. It's really pretty. It's a blonde color. It's got a little bit of black mixed in there, so it gives it a really nice look. So that will be our first gift, and the keyword was blonde, B-L-O-N-D-E. The second gift is a cross-stitch magazine, brand new. This has just been released. This is for summer of 2024. Beautiful, beautiful patterns in here. So I looked through this book, and I wish I cross-stitched, but I don't. So I'm going to give this away to someone who can use it. So the cross-stitch magazine, the keyword there was cross. The third gift is a Mary Maxim kit for the snowy winter tissue box cover done with plastic canvas. And I'll get that right up there where you can see it, the plastic canvas. I saw this on the website and I thought, I can do that. And I just didn't have time to figure out how to do it. I worked on it a little bit and I got a little bit done. This is one of the panels that I started working on, but I didn't get very far. But everything you need to have to make it is in the kit. I haven't touched any of that. And I also have some extra pieces of plastic canvas. So if you're a plastic canvas cross stitcher, this is for you. The keyword there, of course, was box, I believe. Yeah, box. And then the last gift is the ice yarn. And this keyword was dark because it's kind of a black with a little bit of white mixed in, or actually it's like black and white together. This is not wool, and I'm glad if you signed up for it, it is not wool. So it's called dark teal, but to me that looks like black and white. It's probably teal. I'm sure it is. That's what they said on there. Anyway, we're going to give those away. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these gifts this week. Here we are at the computer, and we're looking at the screen where I have put the address for the video right there from last week. And we're going to scroll down. We see that the word is blonde, so that'll be our first gift today that we're giving away. So let's find our screen here and scroll down. And let's get our YouTube comments for this very first gift, the blonde colored ice yarn. All right, let's go over here and we'll find out who wins that this week. So the blonde ice yarn, the keyword was blonde. Let's see who wins that. And that is Patty Rodriguez 1909. Patty Rodriguez 1909, you have won the ice yarn. So let's go back up here and we're going to change the word to cross. And this is for our cross stitch magazine. And let's scroll down here, get our comments. And then now we're going to start the cross stitch magazine. See who wins that. Oops, let's go up here. There we go. The cross stitch magazine goes to Linda Mundy 3812. Linda Mundy 3812. You have won the cross stitch magazine. So let's go back up here and we're going to change this word. If I can get to it here, we'll change this word to box. And this is going to be the winner for the plastic tissue cover box. It's the embroidery, or actually it's the cross stitch on plastic, and that's a different kind of craft. And the whole kit is here for the tissue box cover, and the winner is Sunshine Susie 5324. Sunshine Susie 5324. You have won the tissue box cover kit, and I hope you enjoy that. That's a craft I've never been able to embrace, but I bought the kit and I thought I would give y'all a chance to have it because I don't really want it. All right, here is the black and white ice yarn, and let's get our comments here and find out who wins the ice yarn in the black and white colorway. And that is coming up, Barb P66, Barb P66. You have won the ice yarn, the black and white colorway. So congratulations to all of our winners, and please send me that special email that I need to get these out to you in the mail. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our winners. I hope you will send me an email as soon as you find out with your name, what you won, and your address. And also in the subject line, put winners so I can find your email quickly. Now, for next week, this is what I'm giving away. There are 5 gifts here. One of them is a cross-stitch kit that was given to me, and it's quite gorgeous. This is the Thomas Kincaid, Painter of Light. You've seen his beautiful paintings everywhere. Look at the light on the stairs. I just think that's beautiful. This is Thomas Kincaid, Painter of Light. And the whole kit is in here. Everything you need to make it with is in here. It's just been opened and never has been cross-stitched. So it looks like it's a lot of work to me, but you know, I'm not a cross-stitcher. So if you are, then this is probably a challenge and a wonderful thing. You might like to have it. And the keyword here is light, L-I-G-H-T. Light, L-I-G-H-T is the key word. So sign up for that if you're a cross stitcher or know somebody who is, that you could give that to and say, hey, here's a nice kit you can give to somebody if you win it. So sign up for that with the word light. Now, the second gift is a Crochet World. This is a brand new Crochet World, and this is for summer of 2024. There's a cool afghan in here. I went through and looked at the directions. It's not a beginner afghan. It's more of an intermediate, but it's beautiful when you finish it. I think it's done with Super Saver. Not quite sure. I can't remember. But anyway, there's a lot of good patterns. There are a lot of good patterns in here. Here's what they look like. This is kind of an overview of what's in the magazine. There's some amigurumi right here. And there's also this really cool door hanger right here. It's large. I think it's pretty large. And it's the flag in a circle. It's really cute. And it's just crocheted. It's quite cute how they did that. They used a circular wreath base, you know, out of styrofoam and put that on there. So I think that's pretty cool. This is the newest Crochet World. This will go to the person who can sign up for it with the word world in your comment section. In your comment, use the word world, W-O-R-L-D, and you'll be in the running for the Crochet World magazine. This is similar to what I gave away this week. Let me turn it around and you can see it. It's kind of a black with some white. It looks like a chain formation there on this ice yarn, and it's made from a cotton and polyester and acrylic, so it is not wool. If you're worried about wool, this is not wool. So I'm trying to get that up there without a glare. That is the ice yarn, and use the word ice in your comment, and you'll be in the running for that. Now here's some more things that I think little Grandma Kim sent me this. Can't be positive, but there are 4 skeins of alpaquita, and this is a really soft wool. I think it's wool. Let me make sure. Yes, it's 100% alpaca, and they're 50-gram balls in gray, and there are 4 balls of this, and this will be well, it's gray. Let me just get it up there where you can see it. Use the word gray, G-R-A-Y, G-R-A-Y, and you'll be in the running for that. It's a nice little size 2 yarn. You can make something out of that. And lastly, we have some more ice yarn. This is a roving yarn. This is what it looks like up close. Some of it has been rolled up, and that's what it looks like. Beautiful colors. Yellows and very beautiful colors. Very pretty. There are quite a few donuts, I guess you could call them, of that. See in there? Looks like 2, 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6 skeins of yarn in here. This is an ice yarn, but it's a roving yarn. If you're not familiar with that, it gets large and small, and it's pretty soft. It's a different kind of yarn, but it is kind of fun to work with. And sorry about all the crinkling going on there. Let me close that up. And that will go to the person, a person who signs up for it with the word roving, R-O-V-I-N-G, roving, and that's the kind of yarn that is, a roving yarn. So that will go to the person, one of the people who puts the word roving in their comment. So be sure to use that. So we have roving, gray, ice, world, and light. And those are our keywords for next week. So be sure you use those if you're interested. If you're not, just don't use the word, and you won't be in the running for that. It'll give somebody else a better chance of winning that particular gift. Well, I hope you've been inspired today by my show. I hope that you've learned something, and I hope that you'll subscribe because it helps my channel so much when you do. And thank you for all the new subscribers I've gotten. A lot of them came from Juan the Yarn Addict's video channel, and thank you, Juan, for shouting me out. We YouTubers have to help each other, and I hope that y'all will go to Juan's channel. It's Juan the Yarn Addict, and watch his videos. They're fun to watch. He does lots of different things, just like I try to do here on the Hook Crochet. So have a great week, and I will see you next time to find out what's on the hook.